Hey guys, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Zoe and I'm so happy that you clicked on today's video. Okay, hi, welcome to another TBR jar video, and also just like welcome back because it has been quite some time since I've posted a video on my channel. I feel like I've said this in every video I've posted recently, but like this time, this has been my longest hiatus and it was completely unintentional. I just kind of went from being like a homebody who read all the time to suddenly becoming like a social butterfly. I don't really know what got into me, but like I just haven't really been reading. I haven't really had time to make videos because I've just been out living life. But we're here, we're making a return today with, as I just said, a TBR jar video because I kind of started doing these this year and I strayed away from them in March. March I was like, I'm just gonna read what I want, not stick to a TBR jar or a TBR at all. And I feel like that really negatively affected my reading life because I just felt lost, like I didn't know what I wanted to read. And I just find it very enjoyable to stick to a TBR, especially I've learned when I'm doing the jar, like it just makes it more fun. So that's what we're doing for April. I'm very excited about this. As per usual, I'll just pick probably 8 prompts from the jar. What I say goes, so if I want to veto the prompt, I will, because this is my video, I do what I want. But I'm just really excited because it is spring now, which is tied for my favorite season. I love reading in spring. It just makes me so happy and I feel like it brings me like this new joy for life. So I'm very excited to pick the books that I'm going to be reading this month. So let's just get straight into it. Also, we're just not going to talk about the way that my bookshelf is so messy right now. I have acquired more and more books and I just don't have room. I need a new bookshelf. I'm hoping to get one at the end of this month because I'm going near an IKEA soon. So that's the plan. But we're just gonna get into this. Let's pick our first prompt. All right, first we have a seasonal match. That's perfect. I feel like that's so perfect. I couldn't have picked a more perfect prompt just now. So let me assess my options and pick a book for spring. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a hard choice, but it actually was an instant pick. I want to read Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I bought this back in February and I wanted to read it right away. I didn't. And I feel like it just has the most spring cover you've ever seen. Like, tell me that doesn't just scream spring. So I want to read this one. Don't know much about it. I know it's like an accidental pregnancy trope, which I actually haven't read before, but I am intrigued. I've heard great things about it. I'm excited. Oh, guys, I've just missed making videos. This is making me so happy. The next prompt we have is a book with a one-word title, which I definitely feel like I've picked in every TBR jar video I've done, but let's see. Okay, I kind of have two options here. One is certainly screaming spring more than the other, but the first one I have is Beartown by Fredrik Backman. I bought this in January of 2023, so I've had it for over a year. I didn't end up reading it last year because I felt like it was like a wintry title and I wanted to save it for winter. And now here we are a year later and it's spring. So I could read this one because it is kind of going crazy like right now, like everybody's reading it and loving it and talking about it. So it could be a great pick. The other one I have is Graceland by Nancy Croshier. I don't know. This one I think screams spring by the cover. Also, it's just very intriguing to me because it's about a girl who goes on a trip, I think with her grandma, to see Graceland, like Elvis's home, and I'm an Elvis fan, so I feel like it could be fun, and I'm very conflicted right now. Give me a moment, please. Thank you. Okay, I've made my decision. We're gonna choose both, and I'm just gonna pick up whichever one I'm more in the mood for at the time. So 2 picks for that prompt, I guess. Moving on to number 3, we have an arc, which is great because I actually have an arc that I need to read. I will be reading Always Choosing You by Kay Cinco. This is the second book in her Scoop series. The first one was called Safe Harbor. It came out last summer. I read it and absolutely adored it. It's a YA series set kind of in the summer around these kids. It's like found family, falling in love for the first time, new experiences, coming of age, with a lot of like very deep topics too, and I loved the first book so much and I cannot wait to read the second one. So that's what I will be choosing for this prompt. Number 4, we have a book based on a true story. Do I have anything like that? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm sure that I have a book somewhere based on a true story, but like I just can't think of any right now or see any, so we're gonna choose a new prompt. So the new prompt is a book you've had forever, which I feel like is a much easier prompt, but also a lot harder because it gives me a lot more to choose from. So let me assess. Okay, this one I've had for about a year, and it just feels like the time because I have already started it and I wanted it to be in this video anyway. So we're choosing Daisy Hates the Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings. I've had it for a while. I need to read it. I've been working my way through the series in the past couple months and I'm ready to finish it / continue it because there is another book now, but that's my pick. Moving on to number 5. I keep choosing like multiple prompts when I grab them. Okay. Number 5 is a book with a number in the title. Let me see. It's like I can never think of anything in the moment. Okay, so this is the only book I can see right now that I haven't read that has a number in the title, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, like, there's a good chance I won't read it, which like then maybe I should just pick a new prompt, but I don't want to. So we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This one does scream spring to me. It was in my last TBR jar video. Do I care? No. I'm good with repeats because it's something I want to read, so we're gonna go with this one. Okay, on to number 6. We have an author you've never read. Ooh, okay. I feel like this is the perfect time for a little YA moment, so I'm gonna choose Tilly and Technicolor by Maisie Eddings. This one, again, just the cover is just giving spring for me. I've had it for a while, I really want to read it, and I think it's gonna be a super cute and fun time, and I've just heard such great things about Maisie Eddings' writing. I know this is her first YA book, so who knows what I'll think. I have heard some mixed reviews on it, but mostly good things. But it is just about 2 neurodivergent teenagers who fall in love, and I think it just sounds so cute. So there we go. Now for number 7, we're gonna do a book you think you'll dislike, which I did last time, and I kind of don't want to choose that. Vetoing. Next. Number 7, take 2, a book set in a different continent. Okay? Okay, for this one we're choosing The Fury by Alex. Yep, because this one I believe is set in Greece. It's set in Europe, so super fun times. It feels very springy, summery, and I've been dying to read it because I do love his books. So that is the pick for that one. And now we just have one more. All right, our final pick is going to be a book with an ugly cover. I love this question. I love it. I love this prompt. Okay, for this last prompt, we're gonna choose like the only book that I think has an ugly cover that I'm seeing right now, and that is Recursion by Blake Crouch. It's not necessarily that I think this is ugly. I would just say typically I do choose my books by their covers, like I judge them based on it, and this is one of the uglier ones that I have. It's just like boring and weird. So anyway, this one is like a sci-fi, like mind-bending one. I don't really know much about it, but it is set in New York City, which I love. So I am excited for it. I hope that it's something that I can wrap my mind around because I feel like it might be a little too smart for me, like a little too confusing. But if that's the case, I do have somebody that has read it, that understood it, that can help me out. So I'm excited for this one. I've had it for a while and it's time to read it. So those are the 8, technically 9 books that I chose. Let's go through them one more time. We have Ready or Not by Cara Bastone, Beartown and or Graceland, depending on how I feel. Daisy Hates the Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings, One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, Tilly and Technicolor by Maisie Eddings, The Fury, not gonna pronounce his last name, and finally Recursion by Blake Crouch. Those are my picks. I'm feeling very excited for them. They just feel very refreshing and fun and lighthearted, and I think they're all going to be really, really good picks. And we'll see how many of them I get to. Of course, there are some other books that I do plan to read in April, like new releases. I most definitely plan to read Funny Story by Emily Henry. I might end up rereading Just for the Summer and the Rule Book, by Abby Jimenez and Sarah Adams. I don't really know for sure, but like I would love to if I have the time. But I feel like April is just gonna be such a good month. I'm so looking forward to all the new releases and the feeling of spring and all the new things that are coming out. Like it's just gonna be so much fun. I do also plan to continue making content for you guys and get more videos out because I have missed doing this so much. I've missed connecting with you guys. And I do have some fun videos planned, like some vlogs that I've had in the making. I did go on a trip to visit some of my book besties, my online best friends, and I did vlog the entire experience. It's just taking time to get it up because I simply cannot endure the heartbreak of reviewing and editing the footage right now, but that will be up at some point in April and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. So fun things ahead, all fun things planned, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. And yeah, that was the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around while I have been just randomly and mysteriously gone from my channel. But I am so grateful for all of you. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.